Hey everyone, this is Michael, aka Epsilon Minus on MTGO, and this is the deck I played on the last Classic Daily event. It's a blue-white mid-rangey control deck with Stoneforge Mystic, Jace, Trinket Mage package, and Time Vault combo. I'm going to start with the mana base. I have 7 fetches, 3 duels, 3 islands, and a basic plains. And then from my utility lands, I have a Caracas for Oath of Druids. I have a Seat of the Synod that I can use to fetch up with Trinket Mage if I need to. I have an Academy Ruins to help recur some of my artifacts if they go to the graveyard. Library of Alexandria for the control matchups, and the Wasteland Strip Mine package. For my Trinket package, I've got a Mana Crypt and a Mana Vault and a Soul Ring for my mana artifacts. And I've got Cage for Tinker and Oath, Needle for any type of problematic activated abilities, Sensei's Divining Top, which I can use just for virtual card advantage or card selection advantage. It also combos with Voltaic Key to draw me an extra card per turn. And then I also have Time Vault as the second half of that combo. My counterspell package, I've got 2 Missteps, 2 Mana Drains, and 4 Force of Wills. Then I've also got 4 Brainstorms, and I'm running 2 Mystical Tutors, and my Mystical Tutor targets are Nauseous Revival, which I can use to recur a combo piece or a key sorcery. It also combos well with Terminus because I can put it on the top of my library and cast it for the miracle costs. Main reason why it's in the deck over something else. Steel Sabotage for shops or to balance a Blightsteel Colossus. I've got Hurkyl's Recall against shops mostly. Balance against weenie decks. Tinker to either tinker out my Key Vault combo or to get Batter Skull or Staff of Nin. I originally had Blightsteel in the deck, but he kept ending up in my hand, and I was also running Cage, and I didn't want dead cards. So I decided to go with Staff of Nin. That might be a mistake, although the one time I did cast Tinker, it didn't really matter. Um, then I've got 2 Jaces, as I mentioned before. For my creature package, I'm running 2 Stoneforge Mystics, 2 Snapcasters, and 3 Trinket Mages. And I am also running Explosives as one of my Trinket Mage targets. Batterskull is a Stoneforge target, and as I mentioned before, Terminus is an extra sweeper. For my sideboard, I was running Enlightened Tutor, which I would bring in against some of the very linear decks like Affinity and Dredge so that I could access my hate more quickly, and it also fetches any piece of my Key Vault combo. I have 2 Swords, bring it in mostly against traditional stacks and any type of fish decks. A Flusterstorm for the control matchup, Cage for extra Cage for Dredge and Oath. I have Serenity for the Affinity matchup and shops in general. A couple Rest in Pieces for Dredge. 2 Disenchants for both shops and to get rid of a Null Rod or Stony Silence, both of which are major impediments to this deck. I have an Umezawa's Jitte that I bring in as a Stoneforge target against other aggro decks. I'm playing Energy Flux as an Enlightened Tutor target against Affinity. Misdirection is an extra counter in the control matchup and also to fight Abrupt Decay. And then I have an extra Engineered Explosives that I'll bring in for aggro decks. So that's the deck. I'm recording this after the daily. I ended up not being entirely satisfied with it. I don't know if it didn't jive with my play style or because I had bad matchups or because I'm a bad player. And I am definitely weaker with control decks than I am with the more fish aggro type decks. And I also kind of built this to be kind of midway between the mid-range decks and the broken blue decks. And as a result, maybe I watered down both strategies and didn't do either one of them well. But this is the deck. Hope you enjoy watching the matches. Thanks for watching.